Hey guys, this is Mr. Breen, and in this video I'll be talking about Greek reflexive pronouns. So this is what the forms look like. For first singular, for masculine we have emautou, emauto, emauton, and for feminine we have emautes, emaute, emautain. For second singular, for the masculine we have seautou, seauto, seauton, and for the feminine seautes, seaute, seautain. For the first plural we have, for the masculine, hemonauton, heminautois, hemasautus, and hemonauton, heminautais, and hemasautas for the feminine. And for second plural, for the masculine, we have humonauton, humonautois, and humonautus. And for the feminine, we have humonauton, humonautais, and humonautas. Notice a few things about these forms. First of all, there are no nominative forms. That's because reflexive pronouns reflect back to the subject. Okay, they refer to the subject of the sentence. So the subject's already been stated. Okay, so whatever is the subject is also going to be a direct object or an indirect object or possessing something somewhere else in the sentence, and we're using these forms to refer back to the nominative. In other words, we don't need a nominative. Notice too that really these are all just autos, aute, auton. So autu, auto, auton, autes, aute, autain, with some stuff stuck on the beginning. So for first singular, it's em. For second singular, it's se. For first plural, we've actually chopped them into two words, and it's hemon and humon. That's sort of how these are formed. So for the third person forms, for the masculine, we have haautu, haauto, haauton, haauton, haautois, and haautus. And these are the singulars, these are the plurals. For the feminine forms, we have haautes, haaute, haautain for the singular, haauton, haautais, haautas for the plural. And then for the neuters, we have haautu, haauto, haauta, and then for the plurals, haauton, haautois, haauta. Notice that for the third person, we actually need neuter forms. Notice too that this is the same as the other ones in the sense that it's autos, aute, auton with something stuck on the beginning, in this case, ha with a rough breather. Here's how we do reflexive pronouns in English. So here are some sentences, but I repeat myself. Okay, so here myself refers back to I. And notice that what we do is we take this my and we stick self on the end in order to make it a reflexive pronoun. In another sentence we have allow myself to introduce myself. So the same kind of thing. This is, from a movie. This is a mistake because myself should not actually be here. This should be allow me to introduce myself. This person has mistakenly used a reflexive pronoun in the nominative, but that cannot happen. Cannot be the subject. You can also use it here. Listen to yourself. This is sort of a commanding sentence, and the subject is you, sort of you listen to yourself. And so this yourself, and notice the self on the end in order to form a reflexive pronoun in English refers back to the subject of the sentence. In this last sentence, we have we ourselves are only pawns in a larger game. And this ourselves looks like a reflexive pronoun, but it actually is not. It's what we call an intensifier. We're not just saying we are pawns, we're saying we ourselves are only pawns. So in English, we use this self or selves thing for a couple of different purposes, but this is an intensifier, not a reflexive pronoun. Once again, if we were translating this, this would go in the nominative, but we don't have nominative relative pronouns because relative pronouns are never the subject of a sentence. They always refer back to the subject of a sentence. So here are some examples in Greek. Our first sentence is emauton paraskeuadzo ten haorten horan, or I prepare myself to see the festival. Notice that emauton, our reflexive pronoun, goes in the accusative because it's the direct object of paraskeuadzo. Our second sentence is humas autas sodzeta, or save yourselves. Notice this could not be save yourself because this is second person plural, not singular. Here again, humas autas is the direct object of the sentence, and you is also the subject of the sentence. So humas autas is referring back to the subject. It's a reflexive pronoun. Finally, we have phulaten boulamen tous hemonauton oikus, or we wish to guard the houses of ourselves, or our own houses. So go ahead and get some practice here, and what I want you to do is I want you to take these sentences and translate them into English. I'll give you a few seconds to pause the video, and then I'll put the answers up on the screen.